at me, look at me. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. We're gonna try to keep it simple. We're gonna quickly style. Look, it's late. We both wanna go to bed. And you likely don't have the energy to do your curly hair because I don't. So here's what we'll do instead. Alternative! We love having options, which is exactly why I would love to welcome you to my brand new styling series, highlighting hairstyles that everyone with hair should know how to do. Hair, whether it be curly, long, short, not much shorter than mine. If you have some sort of length to your hair, and especially if you are on a healthy hair journey, trying to distance yourself from the heat and learn some better hairstylist approved ways to maintain your hair and look cute doing it, well then we're gonna get into it with me, your host, Mains by Mel. In this video, I'll be trying my very best to teach you how to braid. She says so very optimistically. Because we love options, I will be showing you 2 different ways that you can do this hairstyle. And out of this hairstyle, you actually get multiple styles because you have the braids in and then there's the braids out. So when you've got a really busy schedule, listen, I said what I said. This is a hairstyle that you need to have in your back pocket. So buckle in and let's get to it. So I'm just gonna start off by applying a little bit of product to my hair. You wanna definitely use something that's moisturizing. It could be a leave-in conditioner, some sort of leave-in treatment. This is a styling cream. This is gonna help to give definition. By the way, this is washed and conditioned hair. You always wanna start on clean hair if you want the style to actually last longer. We're gonna keep a detangling brush very close. And now you can decide where you wanna part the style. You know, it's really up to you. First, just comb all the hair back. And as you can notice, there are no snags. We're keeping the hair really nice and detangled. Your leave-in conditioner will definitely help with that. But make sure you're using a gentle brush, okay? If this is part of your gentle hair journey, then you don't want to be using anything that's ripping, or if you can actually hear your hair like ripping, this is where you need to hold yourself accountable, okay? You are probably aware of the ripping hair. That sounds like you. Maybe put your brush on mute, okay? Or maybe just get something that's not going to hurt you. Yeah, this is one of my favorite detangling brushes. It's so good to me. And it's purple. So now we can actually create our parting. If you want to part it down the middle, you can do that. I mean, that's gonna create beautiful symmetry. I'm gonna go in with a side part today. And because I'm thinking long-term, how the braids are gonna look when they come out, I'm also gonna create a zigzag parting because it's actually a big pet peeve of mine, not that I judge you for it, but I hate seeing the dead split parting of the Red Seas in the hair when you have done a middle part for braids. And so to counteract that, I create a zigzag parting, and that way when I take the braids out, the hair falls in a much more natural, cohesive way that hides the scalp. So this is where my side part is. It's very diagonal, but this is how I like my bangs to fall. So I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking long term. Now that we have sectioned our hair, there are 2 ways that we can move forward. We could do the braids on wet hair or on blow-dried hair. Both styles are gonna give us a slightly different result, which I'm obviously about to show you on my head at the same time so I can look slightly lopsided. Yeah, I'm gonna blow-dry this half of my head. I'm gonna take a little bit more of my styling cream. This is also my heat protectant. Not that we're using extreme heat. I did say the intentions of this series are to go heatless, but here's the thing, blow dry heat is not nearly the same as flat ironing. Additionally, if you know, it's better to have your hair actually blow dried than to leave it in a super wet state, especially if it's going to be locked up in braids, which can make the hair resistant to the air. I mean, how many times have you gone to bed with a ponytail, a bun, or a braid with wet hair and it's still wet in the morning? Most of us can relate to that scenario, and it's not the best. I wouldn't suggest leaving your hair extremely wet, which is why I'll be blow drying both sides. On my heavy part side, I'm looking to get it smooth and stretched, which is the method that's gonna give a looser, more relaxed wave once we take out the braid. And on the wet side, I'm only drying the roots. The goal is just to get the scalp dry. All right, so now we're all prepped, right? Well, here's one more silly little caveat. If the hair is completely dry, it actually won't take to the shape as well because we have bonds in our hair, right? We're familiar with the bonds? Yes? No? There's hydrogen bonds, salt bonds, and disulfide bonds in the hair. The ones that account for the actual shape that the style takes are the hydrogen bonds. Those hydrogen bonds are broken by hydrogen to oxygen, water, or heat. Essentially, Moisture can help you reshape your style. So I've pre-smoothed out the hair because that's gonna give me smoother, looser waves. But if I still want them to be moisturized and defined, not poofy and frizzy, I'm gonna take a hair oil, or I'm actually gonna take an overnight treatment serum. I'm almost done this. Yes. And now we can braid. As a bang girly, I love a face frame. So I'm actually gonna create a face framing braid. Take a little elastic, tie that puppy off. You definitely don't have to do this. You don't have to have a face framing braid, but I like the way that it defines my bangs separately because I have a little bit more control over where they're going to lay. So now this hair is much more wet than the other side. Still gonna take a little bit of my night serum. At this point, I just really want to finish this bottle. It's just about. Now we're gonna do this and I'm gonna talk you through it. We're braiding the hair over here. Okay, I want you to grab it. Grab it. Grab the fucking thing. Brush it. Then you're gonna split it open. If you start really small with this front section, the braid is gonna be really tight and kinky. So try to keep the parts similar in size. That way you get a really uniform wave pattern all throughout. Now we're gonna spread it, split it into 3, okay? You don't have to be naughty. Who started it? You asked for it. We have a top, middle, and a bottom. I'm gonna scoop the bottom into the middle. That's the new middle. Now I'm gonna take the top and scoop that into the middle. That's the new middle. Now I'm gonna take the bottom. I'm actually gonna add some hair. So now the bottom's a little thicker. And now I'm gonna add it to the center. Now the top, add some hair. And now switch it into the center. I'm holding the braid down with my index finger. This is my bottom section that I'm adding hair. Grabbing the hair from right underneath it. So now this is the bottom section. I'm gonna switch it into the middle by grabbing the middle and doing a little switcheroo. Now the top is isolated. I take the top, I'm gonna grab a little hair also from the top, make the section a little thicker. I'm trying to hold it close to the root to keep it nice and tight. The tighter I get this, the wavier, curlier it'll be. So now I'm gonna switch this top into the middle, grabbing the middle hair and switch. Keep doing that. Do you see the sweat on my upper lip? Yeah, this is my workout for the night. Carry on. When things start to get sweaty or tangly, we're gonna take a little brush in between. Okay, this is like taking a break in between rounds, if you will. You don't have to take breaks. I fear my channel is too PG for this. And remember that all I used to style this hair was really a styling cream, a leave-in styling cream, something that gave me moisture, and then of course a hair oil or serum definitely helped as well. If you do want more structure and more hold in your wet style, feel free to add a foam while you're braiding, because a foam, a mousse, will help to give a little extra style as well. The hair will have a lot more hold, but if you do like it on the softer side, a cream is all you need. Really, feel free to use whatever products you already have on hand, but if you're curious, I'll put the list of what I used in the description box below. Round 1 is complete. This is really only the beginning, because remember, this is a 2-in-1 style. It's also a cute-in-1 style. I mean, how cute. I'm gonna go to sleep like this, and then we'll come back to style it. Toodaloo, lights out. Hi, good morning, good day. Do not remove the braids unless the hair is dry. Otherwise, the style, well, you might want to retry. Making the braids part of the look allows me to actually wait so that they are 150% dry once we remove them. If hats aren't your thing, how about scarves? A little bandana moment? The braids don't have to be the main event. That's what comes next. Are you ready? Let's get ready. Yeah. I want to take a hair oil. I really like this one. I'm taking this Davines oil. You could use whatever hair oil or serum you want. I would recommend using something though. It's just gonna help prevent frizz while we start separating the braid. Slipping out the elastics and really coating my ends because that's what tends to frizz. Now we shall gently begin unraveling. So what we don't want to do is brush through, okay? We want to try to keep some of these bigger chunks together, or again, you can gently separate them, but seal each separation with the oil serum that's on your hands. It's just gonna help prevent the style from really getting super poofy, which it will likely start to do on its own, okay? We don't need to expedite that process. And you can see how that falls in the back without a crease, without a big parting because of the zigzags. So this was what we blow dried. Now let's see the side that we braided while it was wet. I also did have to blow dry this side a little bit to make sure it was 100% dry. I need a little more serum on my hands. The differences are clear as day. We have a lot more volume, a lot more bounce and body to the side that was braided when it was wet, simply because the hair really took shape of the braids since they were styled wet and then dried this way. Whereas on the side that was blow dried, because it was set straight, once we put it into the braids, it has held on to some of the crimp, but it is a lot looser and it's also more stretched and flatter. There's less volume on this side. Let me know which side is more your vibe. And then this is fun for me because it's very different from my curl pattern. Now, another thing from a hair health standpoint, if you're someone that struggles with really tangly ends, if you have a lot of split ends, or if you have those very annoying fairy knots, your ends tend to get very tangled. Because this hair was like thoroughly detangled when we put it in braids and it's pretty easily brushable now, it allows for less breakage when you actually go to detangle. When curly hair is in its natural state and it's free to curl up any which way, it also curls up and self-tangles. And so this actually helps keep the hair detangled and it allows the hair to be much easierly managed. That's not a word, but you know what I mean, jelly bean. Okay, like that is serving, oh my God, I love. Okay, the lopsidedness is bothering me. What if I just did that? And then what if I actually gave myself a little height in the crown? And then what if I popped on a big earring and a fancy dress? I am ready for any event. Like, are you feeling inspired? I hope so. I hope you have been influenced by this video. If so, please give me a thumbs up. I want to make this a series. I have a lot more styles that are in my back pocket that I hope I can share with you. That way you are never left confused. You always have something that you can do with your hair that does not involve extreme heat. And that's about all for now. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. This has been your main girl, Mel, and I'm out. Peace. Okay, is this too close to my breathing? Can you hear how nasally I am? Yep, allergies are kicking in. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Okay. If you know me, you know me. If you know me, you know I am... I can't speak. No. Why did you do that to me? Fuck. Damn it. That wasn't recording. Listen, learning how to do your own hair and then crashing out in the middle of the style is simply girlhood. It is a core event that happens to everyone to build character, really. So at the very least, if you don't learn how to do your hair, at least you'll be a better person or you'll just be a villain. Yeah. Am I out here making monsters? Am I mother? I'm still on the mayhem train. Where are my mother monsters out there? Gaga fans, hello? Are you here? Please talk to me down there in the comment section.
Middle finger to my haters, are you bitch jealous?
Damn it, that wasn't recording. And why am I this unwell? I'm actually very well, thank you for asking. God, no one ever asks anymore how I'm doing these days. I'm not well. I'm not well. I was gonna say I am well. I'm doing okay. It's late. It's late is where I was getting to with that, but also, can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it? No one else can. I'm home alone, which is why I'm allowed to be this loud. Okay. You wanna grab it? You wanna part it? You wanna split it? We're gonna stop. Spread it open, then flick the bean. We're gonna part it in 3. Good day, girlfriends. It's a good day. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. Perfection. Perfect ion. What I was talking about was the fact that I have this phlegmy phlegm. I have this phlegmy phlegm that we're concluding, we believe, it may be allergy. It might be allergies. Guys, I don't know. I don't know how to act about it. We're just gonna get into the hairstyle because I'm actually starting to dry. Okay. Where was I? So we love options. Alternatives.